Hi everyone, and welcome to my presentation on MIMS viral and spreadable media. I was really excited about this project. As soon as I started the reading, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, and so let's get into it. Okay, for my ad created content, I chose the most interesting man in the world because, I mean, let's face it, he's the most interesting man in the world. The origins of the most interesting man. He was created in 2006 as an advertisement for Dos Equis beer, and he was quickly featured in a series of YouTube videos and commercials. This ad campaign was featured in Advertising 305 and deemed an advertising stroke of genius, and that was in the end. That was the end of 2006. Quite soon after, they created StayThirstyMyFriend.com, a website that still exists, where users can go, visit, see other people's videos, produce their own content, and create their own original toast, which we'll get to later. It was eventually named Ad of the Year in 2007, and the character of the most interesting man is still featured in several different commercials. And the character's been compared to Chuck Norris, so need I say more? And this is an example of, user-created most interesting man, meme, so to speak. As far as the use of media and the rate of spread, the media that's traditionally used are these viral, easily spreadable, easily seen memes, and you can see they're used both, kind of as a satire, so to speak, of, his catchphrase, I don't always ... but when I do ... sort of speech that he gives. And you could see that, one user actually took a shot at the Miami Heat in, creating their own version of this little image. So what effect has this had? It depends on who you ask, I suppose. But to kind of show you how it spread and the impact that it's had really globally, I kind of created this little screenshot or screen grab of StayThirstyMyFriends.com, the official website of the most interesting man in the world, where he begins the most interesting toast in the world and then, passes it along to really people throughout the globe. So here you go. You can take a little peek.
Perhaps it's to health, or maybe prosperity, or maybe to a certain Portuguese fisherman who's faring the Atlantic for your personal order of lobster. Whatever you raise your glasses to, make sure it's worth raising your glass for. So, lift your bottle, share a toast to whatever it is that keeps you thirsty for more. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Here's to the Army and the Navy and the battles they have won. Here's to America's colors, the colors that never run. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather.
To those who see all the gifts that life has to offer. Stay thirsty, my friend.
Here is the toast to all humans. I don't always drink blood, and when I don't, I prefer seconds. Stay thirsty.
Stay thirsty, my friends. To all the hardworking men and women of Canada, keep thirsty, my friends. Work hard.
Как давно мы не встречались, старый друг. Давай встретимся опять и выпьем.
It's to you, to me, to us, and maybe to me. Here's to the great city of San Antonio.
Wilhelm Haas, founder of Dos Equis. Drink up, everyone.
Okay, so as you can see, this ad campaign, which was created quite successfully, frankly, has had a huge impact globally. In this just 1 minute or so video, we've seen people from Massachusetts, Florida, New York, Italy, Canada, Russia, the United Kingdom, Texas, and this guy who unfortunately didn't want to share with us his location. But as you can see, it really quite has had quite the global spread. And when you visit staythirstymyfriends.com, you'll see that there are just endless videos, and it is so easy to create your own, kind of take on the Stay Thirsty, My Friends, and Most Interesting Man in the World sort of toast. So, as you can see, it's had quite a large impact. And each time they create one of these ads, really, they're perpetuating this correlation between the most interesting man and Dos Equis, and fun and Dos Equis, and being interesting in general and Dos Equis, and really creating of their own devices and in their own free time viral ads for this brand that most of these people are likely not even associated with. So that, if you ask me and if you reference our readings, is the ultimate success in, advertising based viral media. So that brings me to our next slide and our organic meme, which I went with Michaela is not impressed. This is my absolute favorite meme, and it's probably because if you ask my friends, family, coworkers, anybody who's really crossed paths with me, it's because I make this face on a daily basis. This is my tell when something's not right. If I have a question, I get it, and I feel Michaela's pain. So where did this come from? Michaela was not impressed. This photo was taken last summer at the Olympics in London. I'm sure that all of you have seen it in some capacity. It was taken at a medal ceremony for the women's gymnastics event. I truthfully couldn't even tell you which one. I just distinctly remember the face and seeing it plastered all over the news for the subsequent weeks, really. And it quickly turned into an international phenomenon. I mean, there's memes of this in a variety of languages. There's her, at international space stations looking unimpressed all over the world in a variety of languages and in a variety of capacities. But really, the true origin of this was a simple act of her really not being impressed by, I guess, her place in the Olympics. So the use of media that's created for this, it started with a photo, as you can see, and it quickly spiraled. And what you can see here is just kind of a snippet, a very, very short example of all of the variety of these photos that she's A, participated in, or B, hasn't participated in. But really, this was the ultimate example of an accidental viral and spreadable media piece. So what you can see here in this quick video snippet is, I apologize, is just, kind of examples of how this has gone and changed and whatever. You can see her with the creator of this website. This comes from michaelaisnotimpressed.tumblr.com. You can see her with the president. You can see different kind of images that were created. She's been photoshopped into photos. She's been photoshopped into sketches. You can see her actually being kind of impressed. There, and this one is my favorite. There she is in the middle of the Brady Bunch looking none too happy. Here she is with, the possibilities are really endless, and her face has been superimposed on more images than you can see. You can see her in the corner of an 8 Mile clip. You can see rookies from the Nationals doing her face, and you can see her being used as a response in a film. She's not, impressed by Apple. She's certainly not impressed by Kanye. And you can see her being super not impressed at the VMAs last year. And she's super not impressed by the iPhone 5 again. So point being, you can see on a variety of levels that this has spread for over the past year and has continued to spread and has been continued to adapt and change and been used as a response almost to capture and express the dissatisfaction or disapproval of the general public. People are using Michaela is not impressed to express their dissatisfaction with everything from, movies to politicians to films to products, you name it. And of course, to poke a little bit of fun at Michaela, because boy, did she not look happy. So, what effect has this had? I think it's kind of clear, from all of the examples of this, what effect this has had. It's made Michaela Maroney a household name. She was a young gymnast. She competed well in the Olympics a year ago, but this image of her has far surpassed and so far eclipsed her successes at the Olympic Games. I'm an avid watcher of the Olympics. I couldn't tell you what events she participated in, but I can tell you that she was mad. And really, what has happened is the phrase "Michaela is not impressed" has kind of become a part of the vernacular in a way. It isn't completely uncommon to hear somebody say, "Well, Michaela's not impressed." It just kind of is a thing. And as you can see, she's still not impressed. But really, ultimately, what this is the pinnacle for me example of, accidental spreadable media. I don't believe that she intended for that picture to go as viral as it did and to spread as rapidly as it did. I mean, the media was just flushed, as I'm sure you all remember, in the weeks following the Olympics with this image of her face, and these were so popular and so widely searched that you can see how quickly and effectively and how accidentally, really, and haphazardly these things can come, be created, and infiltrate mainstream culture. So, that being said, Michaela is still not impressed. She may not even be impressed with this, but this is my thoughts on this lecture, and these are my two favorite examples of accidental and advertising based viral content. And frankly, they were my favorites even before I gave any thought to where they came from. So, thanks so much for listening, and I hope you guys have a great week. Bye!